What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a special video for you, something that's probably out of left field for most of you, because I know that I literally just did a video about my pedal board not even a month ago. And so today I'm gonna be doing another video about my pedal board, but this time I'm gonna be pulling it all apart. We're gonna be changing some things out. I've got a few things that I want to add. So yeah, I know that you've probably watched my demo video not that long ago, and well, you know, as a guitar player, it's just the way we live. So I'm changing a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna take you along the whole process, and you're gonna see it all. So yeah, let's get into this video. Firstly, I gotta shout out Rockstock for sending these over. They sent me their bright switch and a dual aux switch for me. I'm gonna be using this on a pedal that I'm gonna be adding to the board, and then I'm gonna figure out where I can add the bright switch to the board so I can have a light, you know, whenever we're at a dark stage or I'm at a dark venue, or even have the option to maybe power my iPhone, because my iPhone's always dying, so it would actually benefit me to have a dedicated spot to power it somewhere. I also got to shout out my boy Jonathan Nichols, who sent me over a bunch of these 3D printed pedal risers. I have a box of them. There's a bunch of them, of just different various sizes and lengths, and we're going to be adding them onto the board. I mean, I've been using pedal risers that I've made myself out of wood for years, and now this is more like a dedicated system, and it's a lot more firm and more sturdy, and I have a bunch more of these than I do of wood. So this is going to be great. And if you want to pick these up for yourself, because you're going to be seeing me add these to the board, or any kind of variation, if you want to grab these for yourself, I'm going to link everything in the description for his reverb shop. He also has a website. You can go down there and grab them. They're just a cool idea that he came up with, and I think it's cool. I do have a special announcement that I'm going to say probably midway to the end through the video. I've got an announcement that you're gonna want to stick around and see and watch, so definitely stick around for that. But let's start tearing apart this board. All right, so this is the current iteration of the board. So not much has changed in my last video. Everything has kind of stayed the same, but everything is about to change like crazy. So yeah, I'm going to turn this thing off. So I have an idea of what I'm doing. Because of Pedal Playground, I played around with some ideas with my current board and riser combo for weeks, because I was trying to add a certain pedal that I'll show on here soon. I was trying to add a certain pedal, but it's a big pedal, and I've been wanting to add it for a while, but my board isn't massive, it's just small and tiered. So Pedal Playground came really clutch. So I'm gonna put an image on here. You'll see what the layout is going to be. We're gonna try and stick to that layout. It may not work because, you know, jacks and power just sometimes doesn't come into play that way, but we're gonna try and make it all fit on here. So let's get into this. I'm gonna start tearing this apart and try and stick to that layout the best I can. And I guess here cues the time-lapse montage. Okay, well, we've got problem number one. I thought I would have more room underneath the riser, but I don't. Yeah, so here's problem number one. I thought that I might have enough room to be able to squeeze. If you can kind of see, there's a power supply right here, and there's a gap from here to about here. and I thought I could squeeze the tonexes right there, you know, maybe squeeze both of them, you know, if you saw on the thing, but there's definitely not enough room. And yeah, so even, I mean, there's enough for one, but the problem is when I close it, it doesn't close all the way. So I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how I'm gonna set this up. Okay, I have the kind of the layout down. It's kind of rough because I definitely had to make changes from what I showed you on the pedal playground. I had to make significant changes because, again, it didn't fit. So here is what it's going to possibly look like if I can get everything to get into its spot. So here, I'll show you guys right here. Let's bring you around. All right, so here it is. Sorry, it's a little dark. You know how it goes. Daily drivers here. I got an expression here. This is the Mustang. I might be changing this out for the Mustang, or I may still end up using the overdriver. This is the aux switch, the MC6. I'm moving the stomp down here because I'm gonna be putting the H90 up here. So, and then underneath, tonexes had to like squeeze here. Try and squeeze the bright switch over here. I've got the storm, and then my tone press. So it's tight in there, it's tucked, but we're gonna see if I can get this all to work. So I'm gonna start pulling everything off and then ripping off all this freaking dual lock because I gotta redo 90% of it. So yeah, let's do it again. Alright, so I've got my HX Stomp here with the stilt on, so I can raise it up a little bit, get it over the MIDI cable. So yeah, here's a nice little shot of how it's gonna go on the board. Yo, look at that clearance. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because it won't focus, but that is tight. And I got the MIDI in there, you know, it fits. I had to move power supply over a little bit to make it work, but it's in there. Alright, so I had to take a break because I ran out of dual lock. I was doing this last night. Now I am at my second day. I had to stop where I was at, and I ran out of dual lock, so I had to order some dual lock. Luckily for Amazon, I live in an area where I can get it next day or overnight. I ordered this thing at like 5 p.m. on Friday, and I went out to eat with my wife, and I came back at 9 p.m. and it was already at my door. Clutch, Amazon. That was clutch. So now I've got enough dual lock to finish the board. I thought 5 foot would be enough, but this is all I have left of 5 foot. So I ordered 10 foot now dual lock, and yeah, so we're gonna keep going. I wanted to take a break here, and I wanted to let you guys know about something. I don't know if some of you have noticed, but I have 2 boxes here, and no, I am not running 2 H90s on this board. I wanted to let you guys know here first in the YouTube video. I'm gonna be making probably a separate video, and then I'm gonna make some posts on Instagram about it, but I am going to be giving away an H90. I have 2 here. One is for the board that's on here now, and I'm going to be giving this one away. It's brand new, unopened. still sealed. So I'm gonna be giving it away, and all you're gonna have to do is like, follow, and tag 3 friends on an Instagram post. So I just wanted to announce it here first. You need to be following me on Instagram to find out, you know, when I actually post it. But I wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be giving it away, so you can get one for free. Just go follow me on Instagram, and when I post it, follow the directions, and you could win a free H90 for free. Alright, so I've got everything plugged in. I've got all the power routed, MIDI, patch cables, all that stuff. Now I'm going to plug in the power supply, and hopefully everything works. Then we got to figure out how to route audio, because I'm routing it a little bit different with the H90. So I'm going to show you guys that. Let's power this bad boy up. Power supply is over here. There we go. All right. Everything is starting up. H90 is starting up. Let's open up the top here. Tonexes, tone press. Everything is powered up. Yep. Got power here. Power here. Yep. Power here. All right. Oh, let's check the light for the buffer, and it is on. Okay, so I've got everything routed, powered on, good to go. Now I've got to figure out this H90, because I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. Let's spin this guy around. My H90 I'm going to be routing kind of differently. It is this is the whole reason I bought this thing. I wanted to get rid of these pitch pedals here. So I was running the pitchfork, I was running the drop, and I was running the luminary to do 3 different pitch effects. So obviously, if you know those pedals, you know what they do. They do different things. I mean, the pitchfork can kind of actually do both of these, but I liked having it, I mean, as just a whammy kind of thing, and if I need to do other stuff. But now the H90 is literally going to replace all 3 of those things, plus whatever else, because you can always route 2 effects. You can have multi effects, and with banking, I don't have to have pitch all the time. I could run their other algorithms and run it however I want. So with this, so I'm coming in from the buffer, goes right into the fuzz. Out of the fuzz, it runs down to the tone press. Then the tone press goes into my storm, which is underneath here. And then the storm comes up here into the Eventide, into the H90, into input 1. And then out of output 1, I go to the rest of my drives, which is the drive section. So I'm doing that so I can run pog, pitch, all that stuff in front. Then I run out of that, come out of my drives, come all the way to the volume. Then the volume runs back all the way over here, back into input 3. So then I could run modulation, maybe reverbs, maybe delays. Then that comes out in stereo, goes into the stomp, and then the stomp goes to the timeline and the big sky, and then out to the tonexes. This is a big change for me, and I do not know how to use the H90 one bit. So I'm going to load up the editor and hope that I can figure this thing out so I can get it to work the way that I want it to. Alright, I am now back. It is Sunday afternoon. I did not finish in time last night to take the big board, So I ended up taking the Helix, and the Helix did really well, man. It did. I used my preset that I just came out with not that long ago, maybe like last week, the 4.0, and I made a few little tweaks to how I was using it, because I was using a little bit hotter output guitar, and it did really, really well for, you know, my service with the spontaneous stuff. I felt really good about it, but I definitely missed my big board because I have so many more options. The problem that happened today is I hit record on this camera right here. I hit record on this camera and something must have happened and it did not record. So I have none of the recording from that service, because I was gonna probably post like I post like a long video, I post a few shorts on Instagram and here on YouTube, but I didn't get any of it. It didn't record. So I just gave it up to the Lord and said, well, I guess the Lord didn't want me to post anything from that service, which is fine. It's no big deal. I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted to show you guys some of the tones that I was getting from the Helix versus my big board. I did like that idea of it, but you know, is what it is at this point. But I'm back at home trying to finish up the 890. I even got sound coming out of it now. That's what the issue was with me last night. It took me forever to get it to figure out how to do the dual routing in the H90, because I'm doing it with two different spots on here and I'm running two different algorithms. It took me forever to figure that out. And then I wanted to add this expression pedal so that I can control, it's running into my MC6 Pro here. So I'm running the expression into the MC6 Pro, and then the MC6 Pro is sending out expression via MIDI to the Big Sky. So then I'm able to scroll up and down with the expression, and it adjusts the mix parameter on the Big Sky. So that took me quite a bit of time to figure out. And then this dual button aux switch too, I wanted it to bank up and down on the H90. This is what I wanted it to do. I thought it was kind of overkill, because in select mode with the H90, I mean, you already have the bank up and down features there. So it's already there. So I figured, what the heck, I changed it. So I ran this aux switch right here, the rock stock aux switch. I ran it into the Omni port of my MC6 Pro, and then the MC6 Pro is then sending MIDI via here. And now this still function as bank up and down like normal. That banks up and down. Program switch still selects, but this switch here will bypass and this will bypass. So it'll actually bypass the algorithms inside of the program for me. So the top one bypasses the algorithm A, and then the bottom switch bypasses the algorithm B. So I'm able to leave it on or toggle on and off certain effects on the fly. So it kind of makes it a little more easier for me to use spontaneous, and then I can still like scroll up and down to whatever preset I want to do. The M buffer is still here, DSO, volume, power supply is underneath there, nice and tucked under. I've switched to the Walrus. Yeah, so let's do some sounds. I can show you guys a little bit of how this sounds, and then we'll wrap it up. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like and a comment down below. Maybe hit that follow button or the subscribe button if you know what I mean, to help me out so I can help grow this channel. If you have any questions for me regarding this or any of my other videos or presets, go ahead and drop it down in the comments below. Also, don't forget that I am doing an H90 giveaway soon. So if you want to win it, don't forget to go follow me on Instagram. The link will be on the description down below. Follow me on Instagram and look out for the post that I'm going to be posting very soon, probably within the next couple of days. I just don't know when I'll actually post this video because it's going to take me a few days to edit it, because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sure some of you guys know how it goes. If you other YouTube video guys out there that are watching this, you understand that this is a lot of work. So enter to win this on my Instagram. All of the stuff will be on there. That is it. If you have anything, hit me up. You know what to do. Thanks for watching, guys.